looking at the view outside. I thought I would never make it. Every day, take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Have so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Mexico City Diablos and the San Francisco 49ers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Mike's 56.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it. Pilot, 64, weak. Right up.
Off of play action, it's McSorley. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Out. X3. 218, chopper.
Watch that.
Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah, good game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs because he can really impact this offense.
Let's go, D.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, Wahoo.
I'm coming.
2nd and 10, it's McSorley. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Check.
General West. Hey, Echo. Five.
On 3rd down, it's McSorley. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Break. Trickstone, travel. Pick me up. Here we go. 5. Go.
On 2nd and 11 now. McSorley, he's going to loft one. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions And whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes there's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Set. 19. Right there. 56. You got double up.
They go play action here on first down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Big stop. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
You set. 98. Watch my board. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. This is caught by Hurns. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the red zone now, Watson flush to his right, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
First down, Diablos.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Look at me, zipper!
Watch out, watch out.
Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Protein spill. Shoot.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First down, Mexico City.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
The outlaw.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Hey, high 7.
On 2nd and 9, McSorley got a man. It's Brown. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Noah Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
49ers 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
After 1, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
14, 49ers 6.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm here all day.
A shotgun snap for Watson, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
So don't say nothing.
From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, If you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on second down, Watson. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing on second and long. Watson escaping the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Watson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. They're running with Gurley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Faking the give. Now Watson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jalen Smith. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check, 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 check. Now.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
Mike, here we go, here we go, here we go. Kill, kill, kill.
Topper!
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will take his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score at Diablos 21, 49ers 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
19. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
8, read.
Check 41. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. 41, Mike.
Ready?
From the 45 on second down, McSorley. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Go. Go.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Get it.
McSorley, first and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check. Fresno. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Deep river.
They go play action now with McSorley. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10.
Under 10. 10. Pilot, 64, weak.
Mike's 56. Not here. 56 to Mike.
Hey.
50 to Mike. Watch the pass.
Snap.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a second and 13. And it's caught. Touchdown. Demir Bird in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And an alley to run. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. Give him 58 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Watson operating from the gun. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is caught, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down and 4, McSorley, and that is incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. McSorley from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Let's go! Let's go!
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 12-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
3 bud.
From the gun, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson operating from the gun. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter from Oakland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Come on,
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, Charlie.
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Ready?
Throwing on second down, McSorley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Switch. Check.
Yep.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey. 53's to go. Check 53. Pick up the ball.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Set, ready? 8, read.
Watch the curl. Tight dog.
Bridgestone, Travis. Get it.
Now this time he'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Hardy. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Complete to number 47. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. They pitch it to Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Delta.
Out of the shotgun, McSorley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Watch the screen. 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 Let him go.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again is Watson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
On three. Motion.
Mike, check.
Put it down. You better bring it.
Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Motion.
54's Mike. 54. 54. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Watson now to throw. Being chased out left. Going left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
49ers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I got it.
24.
On 1st down, Watson escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Gurley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Todd Gurley. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers get a score closer. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
At their own 19-yard line.
The The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Check 53 is mine. Here we go, here we go. 53. Check 53.
And a loose football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Let's go. 10-2 stop. Recon, 132 fighter.
From the 22, McSorley flushed out right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Watch the run.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hey, exit.
53's mine.
On 2nd down, it's McSorley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Mike, 53.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
He's checking crack. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Let's go, D.
Hey, Haywood.
41 Mike.
5.
Off of play action, it's McSorley. And his throw here is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
No. Watch the safety creep. Kill.
He may try and run for this. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
He's coming in.
Hey, box drop.
Check tight. Do.
Go.
On 4th down, here's McSorley. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Trace McSorley scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 27, Watson steps away to his left. He gets it to Gurley, complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The 45-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Watson buying time to his left. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Let's go.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for our visitors, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. This shorty, she support ride. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Leave the beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coupes. Oh no, I can't be number 2.